are doing 11.2 algebraic fractions. This is actually really cool because we're again dealing with just algebra again. So we're using variables with fractions. A lot of it we have already covered. We're just applying it now to fractions. So let's look at this example really quick. Okay. 3x minus 6 over 5x minus 10. So for something like this, we want to factor. So we did factoring last chapter. So we're going to take 3x minus 6. We're going to see what we can pull out of this. And we can pull, so we could pull, could pull out a 2, so we're left with, oh sorry, we can't pull out a 2. We can pull out a 3, so we're left with x minus 2. And then what about 5x minus 10? We can pull out a 5, because 5x and negative 10 both share a 5. We're left with x minus 2. So we're going to come back up here and we're going to write it in fraction. So now we have simplified the fraction down, and we can see that we can cancel these out, right? Because x over x equals 1, correct? So that applies for x minus 2 over x minus 2. It's going to equal 1, which is why we can cancel these out. So now all we're left with is 3 over 5. So that's how we reduce fractions like this. It's basically, we get this from multiplying 1 to this fraction. So if we multiply 1, we have to multiply something like x over x. So any reducible fraction is going to be written as so anything of this nature will be reduced down to 3 over 5. So we'll have to solve a little bit. Let's see. We won't be solving for x yet. So right now all we're doing is reducing and expanding. Let's see, or changing the denominator, right? So if we have 8 over x, and we want to write it as 8x over something, we just have to take 8x equals 8x over, let's just call, we'll just leave this blank for now, right? So one way we can do this is just do it algebraically. Another way we could do this is just looking at it, right? So how did we get from 8 to 8x? We just multiplied by x, which means we did this. And if we multiply the numerator by x, then we also have to multiply the denominator. So all this is going to be is x squared. Another way we can do this, 8x, and let's just call this y for now. So we're going to solve for y. So one way we could do this is to get y by itself, we need to multiply y to each side. X over y times y. These are going to cancel out. And then y equals 8x. So we're going to multiply x to both sides, and then we're going to divide x to both sides. So I can write this as the reciprocal of this. And we can see here that y now will equal 8x times x over 8 This is canceling. This is canceling. We are left with x squared, which is what we got here. So this is a more mathy algebraic way to do it. We are not going to get there quite yet. You can use, I would use this way of solving it. So again, you're given this, and you're just looking at how did we get from 8 to 8x. We multiplied by x, therefore we have to multiply x by x, which gives us x squared. That's how I do those. This is how I reduce. Try and find a common factor, pull out the common factor, cancel out the common factor, and then I'm left with the most fundamental version of my fraction. If you have any questions, just let me know, and good luck with your homework.